All right, hello everyone. My first time going live on my EFT page here on Facebook. And just leave comments, questions. I'm also taping this for my YouTube channel. So, yes, what is EFT? Emotional Freedom Technique Tapping, right? So, I'm bringing up my workshop page right now. So if this is your first time going live, or your first time watching videos going live, this is what happens. So right now, I'm looking at my events page coming up. And I want to talk to you guys about Emotional Freedom Technique Tapping. It's based off of an old Chinese practice working with the meridians. So we tap on our bodies, right? Acupressure and then acupuncture with the needle, which is more invasive. So with EFT, we believe that we have emotions, and tapping is one of the techniques that we can use to help us deal with all of our emotions that we go through. Some of us more than others. So it's a nice technique to help you relax. There's many different things you can do with EFT. So you can use it for relaxation, match with words. So there's certain words that you'll say, right, for whatever situation that you feel you need EFT tapping for: stress, anxiety, weight loss, motivation. You can use it for anything, really. So my workshop coming up, this is the second year that I'm doing workshops in EFT. I want to say second or third. It's been a while now. So this one is called EFT Tapping, Let Go of Fear and Forgiveness Meditation. So what we're doing in combination with the EFT tapping is, before we start with EFT, we do a meditation, since it's in a group setting. And I'll go into detail more about group setting versus one-on-one in another video. But we do a forgiveness meditation, and that helps everyone to get relaxed and ready for their EFT tapping. It's the start of the new year, right? So we want to do EFT for letting go of fear, right? So that's our focus for that night. And every month I'll be hosting an EFT workshop. It's going to be here in town in Las Vegas at Naturally Organic Healing Center. And myself and a friend that I met at one of the Reiki circles in town will be teaching the forgiveness meditation. So that should be a fun workshop. I always have a good time teaching any type of wellness class or workshop, always meeting interesting people. So, what is EFT, right? EFT is Emotional Freedom Technique Tapping. And we have emotions, like I said before, and we want freedom from some of these emotions, right? And tapping on our energy flow is a way of clearing up our energy, like clearing your chakras, right? I'm seeing some comments here on another page. But yeah, so it's freeing yourself from any type of emotion that is unwanted, right? Any emotions that you've maybe tried other things, it might not work. But EFT tapping definitely is one of those techniques that you can practice, and it truly does make you feel better, right? So let me show you. So traditionally, well, I'll do the traditional one, right? So I got my training in EFT tapping. I took an online course, and I'll be teaching a class through that university, and I'll definitely share that later on. But 2 different certifications in EFT tapping. And the traditional one, you want to start with a karate chop. So you can either go like this, right? So you find out which one's your dominant hand. So usually with your dominant hand, you would start tapping, right? So like, say if your left hand's your dominant hand, then you would use that as the bottom hand that goes up and starts tapping. And where are you tapping? You're tapping, this is the pinky finger, so it's right below there, right? You want to get that point. And if you tap long enough and you stop, you feel the sensation of that point right here, okay? And so this is the way I did it when I first started. And then I went to using my 4 fingers and start tapping. All right. And that's basically how you start. And the setup point, you have words. I'm going really slow because I met a lady at a yoga class and she really wanted to come to the workshop. So she was telling me that she told a friend about it, but the friend was like, oh, it's really complicated, I'm not really sure how to do it. And I think the main issue is people not having the right words to put into their practice of what they're going through. That's why I really recommend tapping with someone and then feeling comfortable. It's all about feeling comfortable. Everything is new, no one's perfect no matter what you're doing, and it's just the fact of it being something new, and you're like, okay, well, I know how I'm feeling, but not everyone is good at expressing it verbally, right? So in traditional EFT tapping, you'll say what, how you're starting it off. So you'll say, even though I'm upset at my brother for yelling at me, right? Let's just something, simple, nothing really fancy, right? So even though I'm upset at my brother for yelling at me, I truly and deeply love, honor, and respect myself. And that's the traditional EFT tapping startup, right? And then you go to the crown and you'll say, you express how you feel. You start, telling the story. So one of the EFT practice is telling the story. So that's easier to start, just start talking and you're tapping on each point. But even before you start practicing the EFT tapping, it's good to know the points, right? So this is your setup. So at least you state the reason why you're practicing EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique tapping. Then you go to the crown, you want to tap at least 7 to 8 times as you're speaking. So it's like a ta 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 ta. That's like the speed, right? And then at the side of the eye, there's a point there. And then at the start of the eyebrow. And gentle under the eyes. And then under the nose. And then at the chin. And then at the heart chakra and under the collarbone, right? So you want to tap right here for the thyroid line, right? And then definitely under the armpits, about 3-4 inches under the armpit. And then if you're really strong, have a lot of muscles, or overweight, you can use one hand. Just pick a side. It doesn't matter. So it's very important to know the flow of how you want to tap, right? So you start at the hand, and you just start here. You never go back to tapping here. This is just a starting. You go crown, side of the eyes, start of the eyebrows, a point there, gentle under the eyes because it's under your eyes, right? And then under the nose, under the chin, the sternum right here, and under the collarbone, and then under the armpit, and then you go back again. So this video is pretty slow, and it's just showing the points over and over again, right? So something that's just very simple, gentle under the eyes. And when you're ending, what I like to say, and I think it's really a good thing to end it, is it all depends on what the subject is, but you end it with, I truly and deeply love, honor, and respect myself. You can end it with that. Something positive. So you state what the issue is when you start, and then you say something empowering, right? And then you continue, right? And you go through the tapping of whatever it is that you decide to tap on. So that's how you practice EFT tapping. Now, how does this connect with other practices? Very simple. It's working with chi, prana, the energy, the life flow through you, breath of life, right? The belief is that you store energy. So I'm going to explain what it is first and then bring up other practices that believe the same thing too, right? So it's believed that you store your emotions or an experience in a particular part of your body, right? Your body just remembers it. Maybe you have an old football injury, and you like one of my students got checked out in high school, nothing wrong, completely fine, but every now and then he'll like feel that right there, right? Or you're going for a massage appointment, and you get a massage, and then for some reason your body's relaxed, you're having a great time, and then maybe the tightness in your shoulder, you remember a certain event that has nothing to do with an injury in that particular area, but it's an emotion, and you're reminded of something. And massage therapists often say that, you know, sometimes people will cry when they're on the table, and at the end of the appointment they're happy. They're like, wow, there was a great massage, but I remembered something, and I just felt like I just let go of it. It brought it back up again. I let go of it, you know. So something like that. Other practices that work with energy will say that if you go for like a Reiki appointment or a Qigong appointment, and sometimes the tightness or the pain or the headache is stress related. So you learn techniques to practice, different breathing techniques to do, certain things to do in these appointments, and then you work through whatever those issues are. So there's many different techniques or modality, like this is EFT, emotional freedom technique, right? So there's different techniques that believe in the same thing, working with the meridian flow in the body, working with the chi, the breath, the thought, the mind. You know, a lot of things that we experience, we hold on to it, even if we think we let it go or not. Something triggers it, brings up back the memory, and this is just one technique that you can use to let go of that memory or that stress, right? So if there's any questions that you have, definitely leave them in the comment. I have an appointment to go to tonight, but I wanted to remind you guys again, if you're in town, definitely come and check out the EFT workshop. I'll be making some more videos and sharing them and posting them here, and definitely check out my YouTube channel, which is Chi Life Center. So that's CHI Life Center, and this is just one of my Facebook page that I dedicate to one of the energy wellness techniques that I practice, that I teach. When I have to say this, every time I talk to someone about EFT, they always say, how did you learn about EFT? And I learned about it from a friend that was practicing it. But in fact, years ago, when I started to focus more on Reiki, my Reiki teacher told me about EFT, but I wasn't interested at the time. And that's like a lot of people, you find out about different things, but you're just not ready at that moment for it, right? So I was more interested in learning more about Reiki at that point. So she introduced me to EFT tapping. She gave me like a little picture. I don't have it with me right now. In the next video, I'll show it to you. And it has like all the different points on it. And she's like, this is really good. You teach mindfulness meditation. You teach meditating yoga. This is a really good one to teach. I haven't seen it here in town. And I was like, yeah, I'll think about it. Let me see how I can structure a class around it. So I learned more about EFT, and I took two classes through university, and I learned more about it. And then I formed my class structure, which is different than the traditional EFT tapping class. So I formed that, and I started teaching that in class, and people really enjoyed it. It's something new to teach it in a class format, so it's taking its time getting there. However, EFT has been around for 20 years, since like 1990 or 1991. Someone can leave a comment there, the start of the 90s. And yes, so when Gary started this, it was of course new, and I'll go into another video on that. But the main point is that starting up the class and getting it going, and then making it into workshop techniques that could help other people. And now I feel like over the years of trying to put it together and forming it, we want everything to be perfect, so when you present it to someone, they really enjoy it and they get the benefit of it, because that's what people like myself that are yoga teachers or in wellness, we want other people to feel good, right? So putting it together, I found that the best way to teach it as a workshop setting is to add a forgiveness meditation. And from talking to one of my friends who's also a Reiki master and other training in energy work and wellness, relaxation type of therapy, if you will, right? Or relaxation techniques. So yeah, just from over the years of really working hard on it and caring about what I do and having a deep passion for it, I really feel confident about the workshop and the structure of it, and finding something that I know in a group setting, when you get people together, it's not a one-on-one session. We want everyone to feel relaxed, and everyone is there for a different reason. However, the workshop is structured for one particular subject, but we want everyone to have something to kind of just relax them. And we started out with a forgiveness meditation and then lead into whatever that particular workshop is about. So I hope that you guys will continue to come to this channel, leave suggestions on what videos, what topic you want me to talk about. Not only do I do EFT, I also do other wellness practices, and I'll be having some interviews this year with fellow local people that help the community in wellness in different spiritual techniques, relaxation techniques, techniques, of course, to dissolve or manage stress. So stress, anxiety, all of that. So yes, thank you guys for watching, and I'll put a link to my main Facebook page as well and the YouTube channel in the comments below. All right, so I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday. Every Tuesdays and Thursdays, please join me here for some live tapping. This first Tuesday of the year was really busy, so I didn't get to put any content out, but I will definitely be putting it out. So click like, and I'll be sharing this here on Facebook, and I'll be sharing this video on YouTube. So I'm saying hi to everyone on YouTube. Hey. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a great week. I'm going to make a cameo at Reiki Circle tonight and then take a yoga class, so that should be fun. I hope everyone had a wonderful start to the new year, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.